Can you tell me how you stay up to date with latest developments in rubber ducky scripting? Because as you said, it doesn't develop over the years. Is there some kind of source you follow?
Um, so for me, starting off, it was just constantly staying up to date with the channel. And you know, back then I was looking at payloads a little bit more. Uh, this is back when it was first getting started, when I was like learning what all of it was anyways in the first place. Yeah, so again, yeah, at the beginning, that's just a lot of what it was. To be honest, now today, I guess I could say a year ago would be different than now. So a year ago, again, what it came down to was there's two different ways to make Ducky script, right? So you can either do keystroke injection or you can write, a PowerShell script, right? So keystroke injection, you'd open the PowerShell window, type it out. Whereas the other way is you can open up the run box, invoke web request, pull a script down, and then execute it. So at that point, you just need one line of Ducky script to pull it down. The rest of it is what can you do with PowerShell. So me keeping up to date was being, more adept at PowerShell. Now, fast forward today, it's getting to be a little bit more complex because something like Ducky Script v3 came out, which has like just absolutely insane functionality. And they're adding stuff to it constantly. Like you have to get Payload Studio, and then you get beta access, and you get access to, some of the newer commands and whatever not. But I can say that fortunately, because, if you guys didn't know, I won Hacker of the Year last year with Hack 5. So fortunately, it still blows my mind to this day, but I get to talk to, like, Corbin, Darren, basically MG, the whole dev team, whenever I like. And I'm in a position now where they sometimes even bounce ideas off of me. So fortunately, again, I'm just in a position where I'm more a part of the community, um, and just have more access to information and other people who are working with the same concepts, as opposed to before when I used to work alone, when I was just learning by myself, which, by the way, I don't recommend. If any of you guys are listening to this, you don't have to reach a certain level before you like earn the right to reach out to someone, right? I did that for a long time. I was like, no, I have to be good enough to reach out and talk. Negative, negative. You learn so much faster with other people. Just reach out. We got so many, and I'm not gonna lie, there are gatekeepers, but we got so many cool people. Just reach out.
Definitely, and there will always be gatekeepers, but you can be discouraged by them. Of course, community is a huge part of every single
Oh,
learning.
we outnumber them. Just so you know.
Definitely, totally agree. I love that saying. I'm gonna remember that. We outnumber them. That's an awesome saying.
We do.
It is a big part of learning, of course, community, and like Jacoby said as well, don't hesitate to reach out. The only problem that I've always had is that who do you reach out to? Of course, do you reach out to people who have a lot more experience than you? Because there I find that the learning curve is a lot harder to get. Like if they explain something to me, they explain it in a way that they think is simple, but for me, it's still very complicated. So
Exactly. When you get really good at something, sometimes you forget, like, how complex it is. Like it becomes so common knowledge to you. You have to, that's the thing with helping new people, is you have to learn to train your brain to be able to interact with those people, to not be using common terminology that you're used to using with your peers just casually. That actually takes a good amount of effort.
very much so. But here is a little bit of motivation for everybody who's watching. I don't know about you, but I was a former drug addict, heavy into fucking cocaine and all the hard drugs I could get my hands on. With hard work and dedication, if you put yourself towards it, and we've been talking about this before the meeting as well a little bit, if you put your mind to it, there's nothing you can't reach. It's incredible.
No, that's something we were talking about before this. Literally, you just got to try harder than everybody around you. Not everybody around you tries as hard as you. It tries as hard as they can, and when you realize that, you try as hard as you can, and you're trying harder than them, and you just start winning.
Yep, and just never forget that these people are also human. They're human just like you. If they can do it, you can too.